Something new. Something new. The bullshit. I'm waiting. Just waiting. And I've had enough. Enough of the lies, the fake smiles, the promise. I've hit that point where the bullshit piles up so high that there's no point trying to wade through it anymore. You know what I mean. You reach a point where you love people, sure. But you don't have to like them. That's where I am. And it's not personal. It's just the way it is. I'm sorry, truly, I am. But more bullshit doesn't make it better. You can take that however you want. Leave it or don't. I don't give a shit. But the truth is, deep down, I care. The people who really know me, they know that. They know that when I say I don't care. What I really mean is that I care more than anyone realizes. I just don't have the energy left to show it the way they expect me to. The truth is, I've been here before. This story has been written 1,000 times over, by me, by others, by people who never had a voice, or those whose voices were ignored. And every time, it ends the same way. People act like they don't give a shit, until they do. But by then, it's too late. The damage is done. The promise I made. I promised my daughter something. I promised my earthly sons something. And I made a promise to heaven, Jesus Christ. That's why I won't stop. I can't stop, because these promises aren't just words. They're the only thing holding me together. When the world feels like it's crumbling, when nothing makes sense, the promise keeps me going. And Jesus, let's talk about him. He walked this earth, saw the bullshit and the fact, the hypocrisy, the false righteousness of the powerful. He called it out, every step of the way, knowing damn well that it would lead him to the cross. But he never stopped. And why? Because he promised. He promised to speak the truth, to live the truth, even if it cost him his life. Let me tell you a story from the Bible. Remember when Jesus flipped over the tables in the temple? People forget that side of him. They love to paint this picture of Jesus as calm, peaceful, and always forgiving. But he had enough, too. He saw the people selling out the truth for money, using God's house as a marketplace. He didn't sit back and say, "Oh, well, pray." The tables and threw them to the ground. He made a whip and drove them out. Why? Because there's a time when love looks like justice. When love looks like refusing to accept the bullshit. That's where I am. Jesus didn't stop, and neither will I. I've got attention like death itself. I don't sleep, I don't rest, because I can't stop until the truth is told. This isn't about pleasing people, about making them feel comfortable. It's about calling it like it is, no matter how uncomfortable that makes anyone. The hypocrisy of it all. Look around. We're teaching to live built on lies. We say we value truth, but we reward deceit. We say we love each other, but we barely tolerate each other's existence. We're killing each other in wars, we're poisoning our minds with distractions. And we're teaching our children that this is normal. It's not just me. You're tired too. You're angry too, whether you say it out loud or not. We've been fed the same garbage for so long that it feels like it's part of us. But that's the thing. It's not. It's been put into us. Generation after generation, the same lies, the same bullshit. Passed down from one to the next. You don't have to accept it, you know. You can break the cycle. But you have to want to. The Bible tells us this. For you shall know the truth. And the truth shall set you free. John chapter 8 verse 32. But what truth? The truth that we've been avoiding. The truth that our lives, our systems, are built on falsehoods. That we're propping up a world that's rotting from the inside out. Speculate on this, so what now? Hypothesize, speculate, whatever word you want to use. We're at the edge of something. We wake up and see the lies for what they are, or we continue down this path of destruction. And if we don't stop, if we don't start pulling each other out of this mess, then the next generation, our kids, their kids, are going to be just as lost as we are. And maybe worse. Look at the world. Look at the wars, the chaos, the confusion. Look at the kids who can't even tell which way is up anymore. They're lost because we're lost. We've let the world twist us so much that we don't even know what's true and what's false. And in that confusion, in that disarray, the powerful stay powerful. The lies stay in control. We've got to break. I'm not talking airy-fairy idea of love and light and peace. I'm talking about real, hard truth. The kind that makes you uncomfortable. The kind that makes you look in the mirror and ask yourself, what have I become? Because if we don't do that, then we're just pretending. And I don't have time for pretending anymore. I will never stop. I made a promise. To my daughter, to my sons, to Jesus. And I will never stop telling the truth. I don't care if it makes me unpopular. I don't care if people turn their backs on me. I've reached the point where the only thing that matters is the truth. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you, either. If you're still buying into the lies, if you're still pretending that everything's fine, then you're part of the problem. I know that's harsh, but it's the truth. And like I said, I promised I'd never stop telling the truth, no matter how hard it is for people to hear. Some thinking the bloody happening to this, or you're still reading, because somewhere deep inside, you know that this makes sense. It's uncomfortable, it's hard to swallow, but it's real. And you can't ignore that. Final words. So here's the thing. I love you. I really do. But I don't have to like you. And maybe you don't like me either, and that's fine. We don't have to like each other. But we do have to face the truth. And the truth is this. The world is drowning in lies, and the only way we're going to save ourselves is if we wake up and start telling the truth. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to tell you what you already know deep down. It's time to stop pretending, stop accepting the bullshit, and start living with some damn honesty. I love you enough to tell you that. But I don't have to like you. God bless. Respect to each and every one of you. But enough is enough.